Rachel Levine is one of USA's top women of the year. And I believe they select 100 women, and Rachel Levine is a transgender woman, so a man. And maybe you remember this person going before Rand Paul and others when Biden nominated him as the assistant deputy health secretary or something like that. But anyway, this person came into prominence when they were being elected for that office, and we kind of first heard about this person, and now they're being elected as a Woman of the Year. So I'll give you just one moment to come up with what my next thought is going to be. Now, Rachel Levine, born a man, transgender woman now, and being elected a USA Today top Woman of the Year. What do you think? I know this is a little quantum deduction here, but what am I going to say next?
Will, Zach, what's your answer? Take your time. Not too long, though. We do need an answer.
Give up? All right, here's the hot take. Rachel Levine is not a woman. Don't worry. She joins other people that don't deserve the reward, like Simone Biles, who is a truly talented young lady, but now is most famous for having the courage to quit in the middle of competition. And then she also joins, of course, Kamala Harris, I guess for her incredible laugh. Otherwise, I'm not quite sure. So these women hardly deserve to be Women of the Year for their contributions to our society, but at least they're women. Rachel may be the first trans four-star general, but he is not, again, hot take, a woman. This doesn't stop USA Today from a full article where we are asked to listen and entertain Levine's thoughts as though he was some great pillar of wisdom. So we're asked to listen to him as he imparts things like when he's asked, what do you think the definition of courage is? And this is what he says. I think my definition of courage would be to be true to yourself. Be true to who you are, and then to pay that forward, to work towards the common good. That's what I have always tried to do. So just a word of caution real quick. Whenever anyone starts with, my definition is, be immediately alarmed. No one owns their own definitions for anything. Yes, language is socially constructed, but meant to convey objective realities. So no, you don't get your own definitions, and you don't get your own pronouns. But the bigger issue here is the often repeated idea of be true to yourself. Now, I could just think about a million different ways in which I've heard this on social media especially. This same phrase is repeated multiple times in multiple different ways. Be true to yourself sounds a lot like the whole thing, like listen to your heart or follow your heart. I've seen that about 15,000 times, like I said, in many different ways, on Facebook. That same bad idea repeated. The problem with being true to yourself is that you have an amazing capacity, you and me, to be wrong. We all do. If we learn anything about people from the Bible, it is that the human heart is an idol factory. People are just easy to deceive because they're susceptible to suggestions. This is true of all of us, right? So we have to be careful when we just say, be true to yourself. And by the way, people are also very often gutless because courage is super hard. All of us have to fight our natural tendency toward cowardice to actually be courageous. The trans community especially knows this because they have built a whole racket on extorting the cowardice of people. And they play language games with them and they say my pronoun or else you're a bigot. The whole point of this is that you are not courageous when you're true to yourself. You are courageous when you say no to yourself. The much more courageous and much more hard thing to do for all of us is to be true to the truth. In order to do this bold and courageous act, you will have to tell yourself no. No to my debased desires, no to poor ethics, and no to lying to a transgender person because it will make them feel better and you get to move on with your day. The truth is just simply this. It's not only the most courageous thing that you can do, but the most loving thing that you can do to tell the truth. So here we see again that no is the best answer that you can give to yourself and to others who may want to try to peddle half-truths or write out lies. And I want to take a moment to show you this via an illustration, because here, right before our very eyes, is a true sign of courage. A Russian television producer staged an on-air anti-war protest. That's right. On Russian TV, a producer got in front of the camera, held a sign up. Now, before we go to that clip, and I want to tell you what that sign said. So this woman who interrupts the broadcast steps behind the reporter, and she's holding up a sign, and that sign says this, and the only thing in English is it says no war, and then the rest is in Russian. So I want to illustrate that for those of you especially who are listening and not watching. Underneath no war, it says, don't believe the propaganda. They're lying to you here. So here's a little bit of that clip.
Российский премьер подчеркнул, надо усилить сотрудничество в рамках союзного государства, а на совещании в правительстве обсуждали, как сохранить доступность лекарств.
So here this woman shows true courage in the face of tyranny. And you can bet everything in her was saying, don't do this. But she pushed against her fears and did something brave. You can catch brand new episodes of Indie Thinker with Reed Huberman every Monday and weekly bonus episodes to keep you thinking throughout the week. But you have to subscribe and click the bell to be notified when new episodes drop. If you enjoy this content, make sure to like this video and share it with friends.